Welcome back. It's great to have you here.
Hey,
We're back with another World Building Wednesday, but this time it's a little bit of wine in World Building because me and Rap are feeling a
or
little
whiskey
bit
and Worldbuilding.
or whiskey in World Building. But I have wine, Rap has whiskey. Today we're talking about Zarthel, the land of sleepless dreams. Where you go when you sleep is a philosophical question that has intrigued me for quite some time, and it decided in setting, let's answer it. Um,
hmm
um, Hey, Wine Wednesdays. Yes, Shaz. Hello, Shaz. Over there.
Always a pleasure.
Always a
yeah, so
pleasure.
Des, in the land of Quanthos and indeed the whole setting, what is this place that people go to when they dream?
I was so confident you were going to continue our degenerative chat and just being
No,
like,
no,
what
I don't
is
know what you're
Bofa? And I
talking
was
about,
like,
Des.
so yes, Zarthel is the land of sleepless dreams. It is the place where you go
yeah.
when you go to sleep. Everybody in the prime material and other realms goes there. It
hmm
is the philosophical answer of where you go when you sleep. What happens when you sleep is you're not always safe. There is monsters and mayhem there that can cause much trouble. What up, Kyle? How you doing?
There you go. Actually, slight question on that, Des, actually. Is it just like mortal races that have that? Or like if like fiends slept, would they go to the land of sleep streams as well?
So a lot
Or
of
is it
fiends don't
just
need to sleep in their own realm because time passage is weird in other realms. But
right? Right.
um,
But let's say like hypothetically they're on Quintus and they slept, would
well,
they go
we've
there?
we've confirmed this. Other races, like when you were in the archives of Arif Sanra,
Hmm.
the Jorhakin High Curator said the reason why it was so dangerous for Arthur, I believe the name of the tiefling is,
Yes.
to have that is because even eventually the Jotuns sleep. You could, in theory,
hmm
possess one of them in the land of sleepless dreams. Now, mind it, much harder to take over the body of a more like a strong-willed creature, but it's not
Mm.
impossible.
Okay.
It's sleep paralysis demon at its best.
Have people ever played a portal there? Also, anyone upset if I have vodka? No, absolutely not. You have it can be vodka
Drink
Wednesdays if you
whatever you
want.
want.
You drink whatever you want.
Taking it
Have
hard
people
early on a. It's like,
have people ever portaled there though? That's actually something that's coming up a bit in the Monday game, which as Des was saying, someone that we're tracking down and hopefully finding is someone who is using their connection to travel to the land of sleepless dreams and want to take over bodies of people who are dreaming. Um, so I think the answer, like, yes, people have been to land of sleepless dreams. Like, people go there, of course, not of free will when they dream, but people travel there of their own will and their own desire to do whatever it is they want to do.
yeah, no, you're spot on. Albeit the party have not gone there yet. I imagine it's something that may come up if, depending on the plane of travel that they try and take to solve the issue of the tiefling man who is trying to take over the bodies of other people in the prime material to extend his life. Because, as we figured out, albeit a lost ritual, is the soul itself does not have an inherent timeline of age to it. It's not like an elvish soul has to die at 700. So the main theory behind the tiefling that has done this is he was close to 90. The end of his lifespan, spent his entire life trying to figure out how he could extend his life, and came across this ritual, and then the soul transfers to a new body and they can move forward. Is it the place where the tiefling's stupid? Yeah, the tiefling do be stupid.
Really do stupid. Um. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
So
they can jump.
theoretically, like, if any race dreamt, they would go there.
Anyone who sleeps goes there. It is where you go
Okay.
when you sleep. It is the unequivocal, confirmed answer of yes, that is what happens.
Yeah.
Also, just
Yeah.
want to double check. I believe it is the name is Arthur, but I just can't remember.
I can just go through my notes if you want to
I'm
keep
also
on
going
going
through my
on.
notes. Arthas. Close.
Arthas.
All right, you two. I hope you'll have a good stream, but I gotta get to work in the morning, so I'm a piece out.
Zexil, that's it. Zexil.
Arthas of Zexil.
Yeah,
Correct.
gamers.
Enjoy your sleep, Kate.
Yes.
Even if you
Thank
don't
you for
dream,
popping
do you
in.
go there? No, if you don't. Well,
I
if you
mean,
sleep, you go there. But it's like in the setting,
you
you're always.
can. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, it is. No, I was gonna say, like, if you don't sleep, you don't go there. If you don't sleep, you don't dream, then you won't go there at night or whenever it is people sleep. But you can still choose to go there, like through like portals, planar stuff. You can go there. It won't block you if you don't dream. But it's just like you don't get dragged there. Your mind doesn't get pulled there every night.
No, but anyone who sleeps goes there. It is a place of Sharon, just the hard stuff. 7-Up for me. Too crazy. No, it is not lucid type dreaming. Kyle, that's the problem. Is why people often their dreams happen there, and they get specifically stronger, capable characters. The creatures from the land of sleepless dreams try and attack the soul and then make their way into the bodies of those that are dreaming. There is specifically a race that are going to be designed, the Zarthel race, that we are working on, that does have the ability to lucid dream there. But as for the most folk, no, they cannot.
Yeah. It's still very much dreams as you and I would have them, or nightmares.
Yeah, a lot of nightmares. A lot of nightmares.
So, where did you want to start with talking about the Land of Sleepless Dreams?
So, the Land of Sleepless Dreams falls into a curious category. As you, as editor of the world, know a little bit of talking to me about it, but I don't believe you specifically know an awful lot about Zarthel. So, is there any questions you have?
Yeah. Well, I know a lot about its function. And in terms of all that, like obviously, because I've been able to answer in terms of travel and how people interact with it. But in regards to, I mean, what does it look like? Like, if someone wants to go to Zarthel, what does the Land of Sleepless Dreams look like to someone who goes there outside of their dreams and traveling there? Is it all like clouds and stuff, or like what does it look like?
So I imagine it's definitely got like a. It's very pastel in nature, for sure, but So, can I suggest that the race that is able to lucid dream there be terrorized by a dream demon like the Freddy Krueger? You can certainly suggest that. There is no harm in suggesting things. But no, Zarthel as its own, it is a planet. It is, of our cosmology, one of the 9 planets that exists. So there is both, like, elements of, like, nature and like what the actual place looks like, but I imagine that the entirety of the planet is covered in like this pastel style fog of clouds that are just rolling around the surface that allow the sleepless dreams that are on Zarthel to manifest and then attack the creatures, because it's kind of like you think everything in your dreams when you go to Aquenthos, if you dream, things are going to be made of like the smoke that forms into like your dreams. So it's like these pastel light pinks, purples, blues, like the mist that is there, yeah, the dream mist, Kyle, is going to be there to form what your mind is seeing. It's like the lucidity of dreaming is like the innate magical capability of this, like the innate magic in Zarthel as a planet to apparate into material. Now, mind you, it wouldn't leave. Like if you dreamt of a sword, you could not take that sword to the material realm, but it is capable of such things. But it's got like elements of its own, like topography and geography, but it's very difficult to map.
Right, yeah, because obviously covered in a very much the dream mist, so to speak.
Think of like a light pastel pink Jupiter.
That's what I'm picturing in my head. But very much like those light pastel colors.
Yeah.
Very misty, very foggy. You'd have like weird, I imagine, terrain and geography about the place, but very much covered in this. Which also, we didn't mention the moon of Zarthel. It's just got one giant, massive moon.
What up, Val? And Carl, to answer your question, if you have sleep paralysis, would your demon be able to hurt you there? The sleep paralysis demons in the settings are actually creatures from the Land of Sleepless Dreams that are trying to take over your body. So theory that Des due to Monday can't answer. The undead emperor is from the Land of Dreams. Why? Why is that your theory? Expand.
That's interesting because actually, if you're talking about the Emperor of Ghouls, we actually mentioned
We
in
talked
the
a lot about
last
them
stream,
yesterday.
the identity
Not yesterday,
of
last Wednesday.
yeah, last Wednesday we mentioned the identity of the Emperor of Ghouls, which is something quite different. Actually, it's quite a different identity. Okay. So obviously it's populated by a lot of these dream monsters.
Yeah, there is a lot of monsters from the last
that attempt to manifest in people's dreams, and all powerful dreams. But are there any other? Yeah, but are there any other beings there besides these dream monsters? Like, are there more sentient races that live there?
What a nice seamless transition. But yes, there are the Zarthel race, which we are designing. They are a being that came into existence based on the actual, like, the want and dream of people to keep them safe in their dreams. Like, to actually, like, as a race be born, like, almost like someone's imaginary friend. Like,
okay.
Because it is also, like, daydreamers, for a sense, almost like they semi-travel to the land of Sleepless Dream.
What if... Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you already have it, but like, what even if some of the Zarthelians, those that were born, were almost like, because I know that they're like, in terms of the appearance that we're going for, like, it's almost like slightly moth,
butterfly, but bipedal. Don't really stand there.
Butterfly type thing. What if it was even like they hatched, like almost like a cocoon in like the dreams, the minds of someone, almost like a sleep paralysis demon that was almost like a parasite that was like emerged from out of its host.
I think that could be how
embedded itself into a dream. Although that's a bit too ominous for them.
Too monstrous.
Like, they're not it's a bit too monstrous, but that would be a cool monster actually. I quite like that.
That would be.
Which
so
actually sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I saw Val's thing in there. Sleep paralysis demon, humanoid with crystals growing inside, bursting through the skull like a geode with an outer layer of flesh. So yeah, that's similar to think about it. Like something spooky like that. I like that.
But to talk about sounds like how mind flayers reproduce. That's through the worm in the nose, isn't it? I imagine order would be something like a changeling, such mimic creature. The image. Interesting. So we'll talk about the race specifically as a little bit. They are bipedal. They're like butterfly-like creatures. They're about 5 foot to 6 foot tall. The main thing that sets them apart from like a humanoid race is that they don't reproduce naturally. They don't have like sex organs, so to speak. But when two creatures on the land of sleepless dreams, like the sentient playable race ones, want to have a child and such, they dream it into being. They dream of the life that they want for the child, of the accomplishments it could do. It's almost like it's literally a child of their hopes and dreams that would come forth from their dreams. And that's how the first creatures from the land of sleepless dreams came into being. Is there's a specific sorcerer subrace that we want to work on called the Dream Touched, where they brought into existence the first sentient Zarthelians, which were creatures brought into existence based on the Dream Touch sorcerer's ability to like lucid dream and want something to like not be lonely in the land of sleepless dreams, like an imaginary friend that came into reality. That through, like, you know, many of them forming around the more powerful Dream Touch sorcerer in a different part of the world in the Undaria Isles is able to progress. Okay. And there's many of them.
So I imagine in terms of Dream Touch sorcerers, like in terms of their whole lineage type of thing, it would almost be like they'd have a close experience or like an interaction with like a nightmare creature from the land of sleepless dreams or something like that. Like they could have had almost like a very close encounter that left part of like a sleep paralysis demon, so to speak, half in like embedded in their mind, that's sort of granting them this connection.
How's can I be a Dream Touch sorcerer, please? What's your charisma score? Do you have the ability to multi-class? Do you already have a class?
And if you want to be it, just wait for a little bit and you'll probably be able to read through it and play one.
Yeah, exactly. We should have it up on the Patreon in the future, but there's a few things in the queue before it.
Fajuk, I can just imagine the type of badass that one would need to be in order to survive living in the land of sleepless dreams, aka trapped in there. Yeah, you would need to be definitely. It's not the most hostile of worlds that we've envisaged, but it's definitely one that would be very difficult to survive in if you were a mortal trapped there. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, you need to have innate powers of your own, because the main thing is, we saw it briefly based on for mechanics of the group in our Monday game, but the average person who goes to the land of sleepless dreams is not able to bring their equipment. That was a direct correlation between Calicindir's power of magic and the form of the shard of the dying god being close by, that they were allowed to do so. But if someone was to just go to the land of sleepless dreams by themselves innately and go there just raw dogging the realm, they would not be bringing any equipment.
That's good now.
You would go there and you would have like clothes, but like if you're not a Dream Touch sorcerer, like the Dream Touch sorcerer is something that's going to probably work predominantly in our setting. I don't know how well it would work in other settings, because one of the innate features of the class is being able to bring your equipment to the land of sleepless dreams. So if you are not of the type of character that can already do that, the land of sleepless dreams are going to be a difficult place for you to survive. And Kyle says chaotic neutral, charisma 15, wisdom 17, strength 10, dex 10, speed 11. I don't know what that speed stat is. That's not 5e compatible. But Kyle, I suppose the best thing I could say here is if you want to be a Dream Touch sorcerer, it's going to be on the Patreon for $5 a month. Just saying. There's already another class up there that's free until today. That might actually be a good point to talk about.
Until today, the very last day.
Today is your last day. We're going to talk about this a little bit before we're going to get off topic plenty tonight, but specifically we're going to get off topic now about our subclass that we've already designed, the College of the Brass Lungs, the one we are giving away for free until the end of August to show our chops when it comes to creating subclasses, races, sub-races, and the like. If you haven't already, Kyle, Juk, everybody, download that. Today's your last day to do so. After today, literally, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I will be making this, making this unavailable for free. It'll be off the Discord, but today's your last day. There will be a new version updated soon based on feedback we've gotten with just some more clear writing, but that is the version that is free. And Fashik, if you want to upgrade your pledge, you already have access to the homebrew content, but if you want maps or my behind the scenes thoughts, you're more than welcome to.
I'm a lucky roller. I wish I was a lucky roller. I have terrible luck.
Raph is not a lucky roller. Raph is quite the opposite. Raph is an unlucky roller.
No, I'm lucky when it comes to the most random clutch things, like death saving throws or divine interventions. Yeah, I'll roll on that. Just attack rolls though, miss every time.
Death saving throws. Very good.
I have a lot of luck for death saving throws. Which, saying that, I don't want to say that because next session just watches Cal gets down and like.
Oh god, I completely forgot where we left off last session.
Yeah, 2 nat ones in a row.
I don't think anyone's currently in the
yeah. So back to the land of sleepless dreams. In terms of on the planet itself, do the Zarthelians actually live there? Like, are there some that live there?
There are some. I think a Zarthelian as an entire species, like, not to speak for individual, but like to talk like cuts and swaths across what is like general for a species. I know we don't want to go too general because like each individual will be different, but there is almost a sense of like a beacon of home, like a moth to a flame. Zarthel is always there in their mind. It's like they can't avoid it. They need to go there. It's like, this is my home, this is where I'm from, I need to figure it out, because what dream did I come from? Like, while they come into being on material realm, there is communities on Zarthel that almost go there to try and like protect some of the small folk from the nightmare creatures, because there is a feature I want to get into a little bit, is called the Nightmare Court, which is like the higher beings, like your higher angels and devils that would be ruling and like making the decisions in the area.
That would actually be kind of like a really interesting faction in the setting, is a group of Zarthelians who have moved themselves to the land of sleepless dreams, and they operate there trying to help people who are caught there, who are trapped in there by nightmare creatures, trying to aid them and sort of free them and help them through it. That could be a really interesting concept for a character.
It could be. That would be very interesting. I like that idea. I like the idea of the sleepless dreams entirely. I think it's very
Yeah,
interesting.
it's such a different idea as well. And one that I don't feel is explored often in D&D. I may be wrong, but I've never really come across much of that. But yeah, so in terms of the Nightmare Court, given that's on the topic of sentient creatures, what is the Nightmare Court? What are the creatures that inhabit it? I'll let you type that up, Des, first, because I see what you're doing.
I am.
Yeah, just a quick recap for those who don't know, or those who don't watch necessarily the Monday games. Recently, we were pulled into the land of Sleepless Dreams and had to fight our way out of quite a difficult, tricky moment before the clock ran out on us. It was quite a spooky encounter with a lot of dream monsters. Yeah, 6 rounds. As my character's visions that he has every night as he was pulled into them. And it was very spooky. Literally being, his memories from the past and dreams from the past falling down from the sky and shards to hit them.
It was a beautiful scene.
It was very cool.
Vijay asked a good question. Is it angels, demons, and devils on the Nightmare Court, or did Vijay misunderstood? You misunderstood, buddy. I'm sorry. The Nightmare Court itself is oops, I've closed off that. I had to save. But the Nightmare Court is made up of beings of the Nightmare Court. They are creatures of the land of sleepless dreams that have either possessed and inhabited many powerful beings, because one of the features of a nightmare creature is if it possesses you, if your sleep paralysis demon gets you and you die after in the material realm after they've possessed your body, that soul of theirs does not die. That just goes back to the land of sleepless dreams. The shell died, but all that power and knowledge, so it's the Nightmare Court specifically is made up of these like select few, let's say like 15 to 20 very, very powerful sleep paralysis style demons. Like, demon word being used lightly here, but these nightmare creatures that are extremely powerful and have absorbed.
I feel like we should have I'm trying to think of like a name that we could give these these powerful nightmare dream or dream creatures. What a name that we could give them. So I feel like they need to hold a title.
Okay. Do you have ideas?
The Boffers. The Boffers.
Has anyone ever been a warlock of a nightmare creature? No, not yet. Vajik? Not yet, but it'd be cool very interesting. But you're... would I allow it? Yes, I would allow it.
That would be very cool. And then have them like steal people's dreams and do weird nightmare stuff would be kind of cool. Although I imagine that character, Des, would have a lot of fun giving them and the party nightmares, thanks to their actions.
Well, there is a sense of like the nightmare creatures, they don't need to possess you to gain strength. Like, they almost feed on your nightmares and your dreams, both positive and negative, because we've talked a lot about emotion and what that means in settings. Yes. Like there is a clear power based on emotion. And that power is either into demon or angel, but it's like this essence can be fed upon. They don't need to possess you. Like, that's kind of like the last step after they've gained enough terror or hope out of a person, after they've given them enough good dreams. Because I think that's one thing to remember is Zarthel is a plane of both good and bad. It is not an evil or it is a chaotic to neutral aligned realm. So you could have a creature from the Nightmare Court that perhaps she goes around and she just gives everybody pleasant dreams until the point where they've exhausted so much happiness in their dreams where they don't actually want to be a part of the mortal realm anymore. All they want to do is sleep. All they want is those good dreams. And she takes the body. She's like, okay, welcome in. You don't have to suffer the mortal realm anymore.
Yeah. Sleep. The eternal slumber. The long rest. That's a cool idea. It's the long rest. I like that though. That's a really cool idea. But yeah, so very much like they don't need to necessarily like feed or occupy bodies or do anything like that. Like it's not like they're devils, for example, who use souls to sort of accumulate power and status and whatever. Like it's just innately they just feed off of dreams people have.
Yeah, basically, like it's kind of like just their food of what they need to survive. It's what makes them stronger. So would there be neutral dreams? Yeah, there would be neutral dreams. I don't think an awful lot of them would get featured, but I don't think there's creatures that would just like. I think it's probably a land of more chaos than neutrality. Chaotic neutral would be the line of play.
Chaotic neutral, because a lot of the time I imagine that a lot of the beings there, a lot of the dream, because I think we call them dream because it's not nightmares, but a lot of the dream creatures, they would just enter people's minds, not necessarily because they want to, but merely because it's almost like animalistic in a sense. Like that's just what they do. It's not like out of a malevolent. Yeah, it's not like out of malevolent will. They won't. A lot of them probably don't even try to take over bodies or do anything malevolent like that. They just simply hover there and try to feed off of dreams and sustain themselves from people's dreams. In regards to what was said there by Kyle, that make long rest risky. Well, I mean, majority of people, you have to remember, like 99% of people don't really get attacked or try to be possessed by nightmare creatures.
Yeah, it's
and have themselves taken.
The only ones that do are the people that are strong. Like if you have an innate or strong magical or martial prowess too, you like a high level adventurer, then yeah, of course you're gonna like the power that exudes off you as a natural like base sense attracts more of these creatures, which you attract it. Like I think everyone who sleeps in Quenthos pulls some form of like dream creature from Zarthel, and they, you know, they provide the dreams, they help the mist manifest, and they take a bit of the joy or emotions, and do as well they will, and then they let it go. But you've got, like, for example, you talk about someone like Joranvir, who's half-elvish, I believe. Joranvir's half-elvish?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
And he is, like, a very high-level wizard. His dreams could be much more dangerous because, like, he's got suddenly all this power and knowledge and magic that is coming off of him. Like, his own manipulation of the weave has made him a point where he is strong enough to actually attract these creatures. Like, they don't want, like, no dream creature wants to like take over a farmer's life to go work the fields.
Yeah. So I think you have like a clear category. You have like three clear categories of dream creatures. You have the more sort of benevolent, just ones who go around, like that is their existence, is just to feed off of people's dreams and nightmares and just not really act or be active, but much more of a passive sense of that. You have the greater dream creatures, which are, as we've discussed in the Nightmare Court, who take an active role. Like they manipulate dreams, they engage with dreams for their own extent and for their own, sustainability. Play more of an active role in trying to shape people's dreams. And then you have the more malevolent spirits, the more malevolent dream creatures, which try to actively capture people's bodies, kill their dreaming form and then enter into their bodies. However, I'm curious in terms of that aspect. In terms of dream creatures that are successful in killing their target and taking over their form, what do they do on the mortal plane? Like, what is their purpose behind it?
So, first of all, they don't always have to kill. Like, that is a very easy thing where they can consume this, like, the dream, like, and kill the soul in the land of sleepless dreams to take over the body. But sometimes, like, the more skilled and scheming of the creatures from the land of sleepless dreams could bypass, kind of like see that the body is uninhabited and go in, and then the person is stuck in the land of sleepless dreams.
Ooh,
So
okay.
it would definitely depend on the creature. Like you would have some creatures of like the more nightmare origin is an easy one to talk about.
Mm.
They would want to go in and perhaps specifically target someone that they could deem as strong enough to possess, because it's kind of an almost like a chaotic sense of curiosity. Like they want to experience the mortal, like the emotions that drive these dreams is an important part for them. It's like, why do you have such fear of this, or why do you yearn so hardly for this?
Right, okay.
Let me experience, because it's something that I think the land is like the best
It's
way I could
chaotic
describe
in
it.
that sense.
I think I have a very, very beautiful way of describing this, I think. Have you ever tried to throw a punch in a dream?
Yes. Yeah.
It's
Or, like, something
slow, it
active
doesn't
like
work
that.
well.
Yeah.
The feeling is dulled, and that's the stuff that the creatures in the land of sleepless dreams have to put up with. They have dulled senses. These doesn't feel exact,
okay.
it's slow. I think what they want to do on the mortal realm is they just want to feel. They want to
That's
see what it's
sad.
like to be alive. What is
Mhm.
like you love, but it's not right in the dream. You hate and you
Right.
kill, but it's not right in the
Yeah.
dream. This stab is slow.
So
Like for a
it's the
creature
point
from
of
like
depression, is what you're telling me.
no, like there's like it's some even ones like the life like some people who would be like twisted in mind be like they dream of like murder and such, and like the creatures that
Mhm.
would feed on that then come to being as like I want to see what it's like to actually see the life leave somebody's eyes.
Yeah.
And like even creatures like, for example, let's say we look at like Everett, great character.
Mhm.
Everett loves Theo. If a sleep paralysis like monster, even a good one would possess Everett. There's like your love is so passionate. I want to see this person. Like the dream creatures might themselves fall in love with the people they're witnessing. Like, you know, I want to see
Right.
that. And what up, Cookie? How you doing?
Hey, Cookie. Would it be possible then, for in terms of these dream creatures that are interested in possessing the mind of an individual, would it be possible for them to do so without now, like to do so while more sort of lurking in their minds, like not actively in control, but more so just residing in sort of the recesses of the mind, just watching and observing the emotions of the person while they're still in control? Or is it more of like it has to be like they completely take over
I
the
think there's only
actions of that
room
person?
for like maybe some outlying cases, but on the average scale, there's only room for one soul in a body, unless like
Right,
great
okay.
arcane or ritual has done something to force to cohabitate. It's not the natural order of things, and it's kind of like they don't want to watch someone feel love. They do that in the dreams. They want to experience love. They want to experience hate. They want to experience these emotions that they've been by nature forced to watch and feed upon for so long, but never actually experience.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's kind of sad in
It
its
is
own
kind
way.
of sad, in a sense, but not everything seems to be
Interesting.
happy.
Well, we did deal with the land of negative emotions. Well, not negative emotions, negative energy.
And we did deal with
Far
land
from
of
being.
negative emotions. We did.
And we did do our version of the abyss with demons that feed on emotions. But okay, yeah. So in terms of, just to go back to the whole nightmare court type of thing, is it just like a loose sort of confederacy between these different powerful beings? Like, is there a sense of allegiance between them, or is it more just like a catch-all term for a?
It's a catch-all
For
term. It's
them all?
like there is
Okay.
no unified cities or anything within Zarthel that
No.
are known, but the nightmare creatures, the dream creatures and such that have experienced mortal life, it's like they almost attract the smaller ones because it's like they can explain what it's like. It's like,
Okay.
what was it like? Like, think about like these elders who've gone on great epic journeys. Like, because for them, like, it's almost as if they don't see humans and humanoids as like as souls that suffered through this or whatever. It's like they're talking about these like the great journeys and triumphs they had in their life. Smaller dream touch creatures would come to them and be like, what was it like to love? What was it like to live? Am I ready to get distracted? Cookie, today is not called wine and world building for me to be focused.
Well, we were very distracted beforehand. On secret projects, we were very distracted.
Oh god, we've been working on something .tm that we're not willing to talk about until like next year at soonest.
Look, we will undoubtedly talk about it before then because that's just us, but
we will talk about it, but we won't be telling people about it more than.
I mean, look, it will probably come out. Knowing us, it will probably come out.
We'll probably leak it. Yo, we'll leak it for $50. You attempted to make dice last night, Cookie. You saw me do this to Cade. If you've attempted dice or anything dice related, you need to put a picture in the Discord, because if not, I'm going to time you out on the channel.
Oh, there is one. There is one.
Oh, there's already one. Okay. I will threaten anyway. Show.
Ooh, those are kind of pretty. I like them.
Oh, those are very on brand for your color palette.
I like them a lot, actually.
So, Cookie, in relation to that then, post another picture from a different angle, or else. My peer pressure still stands. Are they balanced? Are they balanced? That's a good question. One second, I have to shit post in our Discord. How dare, yeah, in the middle of Pride Month, no less, even though Pride Month was a few months ago.
Yeah. But yeah, so talking about the Nightmare Court, not to get distracted by anything that could be going on, meme or otherwise. Yeah,
so you need to correct that autocorrect. I know you're you, but you have a dick. Okay.
This is the type of mood we're in. We will laugh at shit like that. Right. So in terms of the Nightmare Court, so it's just a catch-all term for these higher dream beings. Is there like a sense of hierarchy to them? Like, is there like one that's seen as being?
I don't think there's order. For sure, no order. There is like, there's like a respect to.
It's not chaos in. Sorry.
I don't think there is a specific hierarchy to, like, these creatures from the land of sleepless dreams have these creatures underneath them and these creatures above them. I think there is a innate sense of like, this creature has experienced mortality and reality, and that gives a sense of respect. But it's like, there's also like sense of jealousy where even within the land of the sleepless dreams, it's like possession is an innate ability, and they're like, I want to take over you and see what was in your mind. I want to see your memories now.
Okay.
And Fijuk meant dice, not that gutter minds. Yeah, but you didn't say dice. And a dice that rolls 11, 12, 1, and 20 more often. Is that a fair dice? I have a dice that favors 2. I use it for death saves.
Only of like NPCs we like though, like not of enemies.
No. It also favors 20.
Only to allies. For fuck's sake. But yeah, so the canonical, that's quite an interesting concept, because as I was about to say, like, it's different from the chaotic nature of it is very different to the chaotic nature of the what's it called? Let me spell the name.
Demons.
Very different from the from Zarkorvet, Tower of the Abyss. It's very different from that, which is more of a chaotic, in the sense of everyone scrambling for power and ambitiousness and ruthlessness, and much more of that emotional sense to it. A lot of the actions of the Land of Sleepless Dreams are not driven by ambition or the need to sort of grow in power and strength and stuff like that. It's chaotic in the sense that it's born out of a innate, constant curiosity about the mortal world, almost in that sense, and chaoticness in a way that can't really be helped. It's more just that's what they are. They're creatures that sort of feed and are created with this immense interest in dreams and the lives of creatures that dream. It's not. It's an innate thing for them, and less of the societal construct of the Land of Sleepless Dreams. It's more just the creatures themselves.
Yeah, I think if you look at I suppose if you look at demons from Zarkor Ved, there is a linear path to rising in strength. There is like lesser demon absorbs lesser demon, becomes medium demon, absorbs medium demon, becomes greater demon, absorbs greater demon, becomes archdemon. Obviously not that simple, but it's linear. I think that's the difference. Is like chaotic evil is a linear ladder. We're step by step by step. This is evil, and we're going up, and like I'll absorb anyone. There's no loyalties. Whereas in Zarthel, it's like just it's the curiosity that gets them. It's like they're beings that are just so curious to what makes emotions work, and it's at that core that emotions play a really, really heavy part in the setting of Quenthos and Durapidum and all. And it's the power of emotion, and we've had realms that are good emotion, realms that are bad emotion, but this is a realm that wishes to understand emotion. So
it's not necessarily good or bad. It's just at its core, it's trying to break apart what these emotions are.
Why do we feel what we feel is the essential reasoning behind it.
Yeah. And essentially, I mean, dreams are in a sense like some of the rawest constructs of our emotions.
Yeah, they're emotions that can't be helped. They're your subconscious. I think that's the big thing, is they want to absorb people's subconscious.
Yeah, and the setting that plays such an important role. I'm curious in that regard though, like how and why would potentially like a warlock make a pact with one of these creatures? Like how would it come about? Why would they accept? What would the terms and conditions of it be? And what would it look like?
I've noticed something over the past few weeks of us talking plane by plane is we are warlock sluts. Every setting we're like, what would a warlock of this setting look like? But it does make sense. It does make sense.
In terms of that, like it's hard. Well, it's also because warlocks are the ones that will make pacts with these other settings. Like you're not going to have a fighter go out and be like, yo, I'm going to make a deal with a creature from the Land of Sleepless Dreams. If they do so, and then they become a warlock in a sense. Like the warlock is dealing with pacts. Unless you could have like a cleric that would worship one of these creatures. I don't know if that would work.
No, not really. But we could talk about the Dream Touch Sorcerer, which I think is a better place to start.
Okay, yeah.
We talked about a little bit is like the Land of Sleepless Dreams is in its own realm, a realm of creation and beauty, because they can create great works of art in a click of a finger. Especially for those that lucid dream, like the Dream Touch Sorcerer, or the small folk who might have that such innate ability. And there is that power that these creatures do, like we talked very briefly of like a very powerful, like dream touched, a dream kit. So let's just use the dream kit as a placeholder name for now. But giving it good dreams constantly to just experience these positive emotions, and then it's like, oh well, you don't want to experience mortality anymore. You want to experience the bliss of sleep and the bliss of beautiful dreams. Well, I have a deal for you. And I think this is a very interesting pact for a warlock. I don't think a warlock from the Land of Sleepless Dreams sleeps. I think a warlock from the Land of Sleepless Dreams body is inhabited by the dreamkin that they have made a pact with while they sleep. They basically go, okay, you can have it for the next 8 hours. You can experience what you wish to, but I will be back, and in exchange you can give me power.
Okay, I kind of like that.
Just
That's
let
cool.
like, and I could think a lot of people who are like, I think the best thing I could say of someone who would make a pact with a dreamkin, a nice aligned dreamkin now. Well, it's because we've talked a lot of evil. Let's talk a little bit of good creatures.
Yeah.
Thank you for the different angle, Cookie. I am glad I can bully the audience. But I think, as I was saying, the best type of warlock, if I would like to see someone make a pact with a dreamkin, is an empath. Someone who went to the land of sleepless dreams already with the ability to be an innate lucid dreamer, perhaps from being dream touched or like having a dream touched feat or something, if we could design something like that. And they just felt so deep sorrow for this creature who just wants to know what it's like to feel. It's like, well, for me, you can give me this. I have ambition. And you have the means to provide me with means to get to my ambition. And all you're asking is for, perhaps 8 hours a day that I am not conscious for it. And you try to take control of the body and use it well. I don't see an issue. It's you keep us safe. You provide the power, and innately are probably roleplay purpose much more powerful and capable of protecting the body than if it was asleep.
Yeah, but like a very much a symbiotic.
Yeah, I think it's a symbiotic warlock.
I think would also be kind of interesting potentially is someone who reaches out who maybe through traumatic incidences in the past and stuff doesn't want to have to relive their memories in their dreams, doesn't want to relive traumatic memories and traumatic things. So they make this deal that, yes, you can take over because I don't want to dream. I don't want to go through these things. You can take my dreams. You can take my nightmares. You can take that. You can take these memories.
You give me good dreams and take control of the body? And have at it. I also like to, just my personal headcanon of what I would love to think is there's like some expert chef in the setting of Quentis whose dream monster is just someone who wants to taste the beautiful flavors of the mortal realm.
Oh, I love that. I like that idea.
It's just like a dream who wants to eat.
Yeah. I've been playing around with, like, always play around. I like the concept of sort of characters making deals and warlocks making pacts on the basis of like talents or crafts and stuff like that, of trades and stuff.
Like cephalopod
using
taxidermy.
That as like, like cephalopod taxidermy. Great example. There's some gith out there who's like, my life's desire, I'm gonna make a pact with a devil because my life's desire is to make squid art. Which I respect.
Twitter has produced weirder.
Yes. I'm surprised there is no cephalopod taxidermy out there.
I'd say there is. I highly disagree. I think there probably is. I would not be surprised.
Has anyone out there ever seen cephalopod taxidermy before? Venom the Barbarian.
Similar though, creatures like, if you think of like Venom as a creature from like Spider-Man setting that wants to experience these like hunger and madness and like power, it's like, I think a barbarian or like a strong fighter you said wouldn't reach out, but I think I could see a fighter reaching out being like, I could even see a pugilist who's just like constantly in the fighting pits being like, what does it like? I can see this fucked up nightmare creature just like ear to ear grin of toothy maw being like, what does it feel like to be hit? Just, and literally doesn't want to go into win the fight, just goes in and lets the body get absolutely fucked up, but just wants to feel really pain.
Cool. I like
what is pain?
I don't know. I think this is a really interesting concept. I'm such a warlock.
A warlock slut.
Collector. Yeah, look, I'll go for collector, but you know what? That's a better term for it. But I really like these ideas. Honestly, I think this would be so much fun to play.
It would be fun.
But okay, that's really interesting. So I think it's always really important to look at with these powerful creatures from each plane that we go through, how they interact. Because whilst these planes hold an important role, it's also, you need them to connect to where games will be taking place and player characters and such. Like,
look, we know all about trying to design stuff with player intent in mind, not leaking anything unless I get paid $50.
PayPal received.
PayPal received, Raf. Thank you. Let's go. No more blackmail.
Yeah, so that's...
Cookie, why you gotta hit me like that? I could...
I think it would be really interesting to almost encounter one of these dreamkin that have almost occupied a body, but then decided to stay. Like, that have grown so enamored with feeling things and with this world that they want to stay here.
I think a lot of them
almost
do.
just like spend their existence just traveling, and often, I imagine, often just doing mundane things. Like, it doesn't have to be grand, epic adventures and stuff. It's doing mundane things. Like, oh, I heard this town over here has the best apple pies. I want to go there because I want to know what that tastes like.
That's it. I don't think a lot of dreams
give up
the body easily.
Yeah. And it's like, in the case of a warlock, for example, that would be one of the cases where they give it up easily. But if they obtain it through other means, then they're not really interested in giving it up easily, because they want to experience, like, this is what they want. This is far better than what they've come from. They know that they can't necessarily stay in this body forever, but they're going to enjoy it while they have it.
It's like, I know I have this every night. I have this for 8 hours, and it's like, I just also love the idea of, like, rolling randomly. If that type of warlock, it's like, you get a long rest, but you're also missing a tooth.
See, I think it would be quite interesting in that case, making sure that, because actually that'd be really curious, because you almost want to take the invocation, whatever it's called, the one that allows you the mask of many faces, so that every night when the body does go out, to change the appearance, so it's not like you wake up in the morning, you walk out to, like, the front desk, the front counter in the inn, and it's like,
ATD Cartography loves a new emote. So ATD Cartography, that is our 300 follower emote. It is Big Brain Rat.
Mm-hmm.
Big Brain Rat. It was very scuffed, done in a couple seconds in Photoshop.
I cleared my forehead and allowed Des to work their magic on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's my new favorite project I've worked on. It's great. It's very good though. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
How are you doing, ATD, though? You've dropped in early.
Yeah, how are you doing?
You haven't actually told us. How is your day going? You talked a little bit earlier with your Liber High, but how are you? Mm-hmm. Have you been lurking? Have you been hearing? And yeah, Sharon, best emote.
It is the best emote.
Look, emotes that are beautiful art and take time. No. Sub 1 minute Photoshop jobs. I think best thing I can put in chat for this is sub 1 minute Photoshop jobs.
If you put time into that Photoshop, it definitely would have been the same. It would have
it's scuffed. It's scuffed, and I love
the scuffedness. I'm curious. Does the emote is this the textured one?
No, it's not the texture.
The texture. One. Okay.
Don't think so. Anyway. No, it's too small for the texture to matter. Oh my god! 1 minute Photoshop jobs of each player. ATD Cartography, I mean,
agreed.
Yeah, 1 minute Photoshop jobs would be all the minutes. Oh my god. My dishwasher says I've been doing the dishes by hand. ATD, answer me this. Were last week you not cleaning your fish tank? Why do you always have wet hands while you're watching us? It's so weird, but like, it's a pattern now.
I thought you were going to go in like in the clean direction. Like, why are you always clean while watching us? But no, it's like, why do you always have wet hands?
Why are your hands always wet?
Why are your hands... Is there something you haven't told us, ADD Cartography? Why are your hands always wet when you watch us?
I could have phrased it better. I
have a lot of water around. Why do you have watery hands?
It's not even a fitting response, but I just want to use this as a response. Just Giga Chat response.
Yeah, Giga Chat response.
Just watch us. When we hit 400 followers, I'm going to get that Squidward template and I'm going to use the Photoshop push to fit Rafa's face into it.
All of the emotes just need to turn into me doing various things. Just meme formats.
Imagine. Oh, it'd be so cool.
You think? I do.
Raph do be thinking that emote is literally Raph's big brain at work.
Yeah, that's my big brain. That's just me coming to like, there's a great idea.
God, we're not writing an awful lot, are we?
No, we're really not. You know what we should do in the future? And I'm going to suggest this for future streams. We open up a Google Doc that we can both write on, and we can both like do the typing.
That's very smart. That's very smart.
And then
that
we
is,
move it
in
across
fact,
to word Apple at the end.
That is very smart. That
Next
in
stream,
is in the
next
chat.
stream.
Anyone who has access to it, that idea is rap big brain. If you got the emote, put it in the chat. ATD, I'll give you an excuse. You have wet hands. You can't.
Fuck's sake! Shut the fuck up with the wet hands.
It's such a random.
I don't know why that's scaring me.
Who recommended Wilk? I can't remember.
Well, yeah, who came up with Wilk? I want.
Is someone in chat the founder of the Wilk idea? I feel like that was a Kyle idea, but I can't remember.
Wilk? I think that was a Kyle idea. I've agreed to drink Wilk as soon as we get 10 more followers on the stream.
10 more followers on the stream.
To Des, I said 400 followers, but I've dropped it down by 90.
Look, if we get a $5 donation, Rapple mix a bit of milk with his whiskey and give it a chug.
I will. Still have some whiskey in here. I will mix it with milk and make Wilk.
You'll mix the whiskey with Wilk to make it Will.
Milsky.
Will. I hate it.
I'm finished now. They're nice and dry. Okay, I'm glad you got dry hands now. That's just a weight off my shoulders.
That's one more scribble with dry hands. There we go.
Brave soldier.
Raph, do you want to recap while I try and type out what we
Jesus, Piers, I don't know what the fuck to recap. I don't know where
start with ATD's wet hands and go from there.
You give me this. Yeah. It started with the wet hands. Then we talked about some diced cookie made that were very pretty. And then we... Yeah, that was about it. No, we've discussed the Land of Sleepless Dreams. We've discussed the main inhabitants of the Land of Sleepless Dreams, whether they're more passive, benevolent spirits that just passively feed on dreams, or whether they're the more malevolent ones that seek to take over and inhabit someone's bodies, or if they're the all-powerful members of the Nightmare Court that are the most powerful of all dreamkin, and who individuals are able to make pacts with and deals with and gain power from. We also touched upon dream-touched sorcerers, which are a lineage of sorcerers with connections, whether that's through family, I imagine, or else through close encounters with dreamkin, who have gained their powers and who are able to control their dreams, or rather lucid dream. $5 donor, and I make Raph drink.
Don't worry, chat, Raph. Don't read chat, right? Don't read it right now.
You won't make me. I volunteered for this, okay? I volunteered for this. I didn't even say money. I just said 10 followers. That's like even lower bar.
Yeah, but we have 8 viewers right now, and most of them are following.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. But I can try and shill for chat.
Look, $5.
Kyle, even if you sub, I'll make Raph drink a will.
Motherfucker.
We'll drop it down to a sub.
I'm just gonna watch you fucking gift a sub now to Kyle.
Oh my god! Imagine no. Kyle, see, the thing is, we gotta get the $5 or a sub to get a Wilk out of Raph. You're gonna throw up on if you do that.
No, it'll be fine. It'll taste delicious. I'm actually looking forward to it.
Look, a virtual cookie. We're not quite, maybe make it 2 cookies and we'll get Raph to do it.
Look, make it a packet of cookies and we have a deal. Like, make it a decent amount.
Cookie, so the lore on Wilk, the next Worldbuilding stream will cover. But no, Wilk is one of Kyle's cursed ideas. And it is a mix of whiskey and milk. It's Wilk.
Desmond.
What?
Desmond. There needs to be a drink somewhere in Quenthos. Like, some area of Quenthos needs to have invented Wilk, okay? I don't care where it is, but someone needs to have invented it in Quenthos.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
It's definitely like a weird-ass Starless drink, I feel. Like...
Oh, it can be... It's bullet milk and whiskey.
Bullet milk. That sounds awful. That sounds terrible.
So keep summarizing, because I did not type because I was memeing with Kyle in chat.
Right, so what else did we cover? We also covered the Zarthelians, which is a race of a race of creatures on the prime material plane who are connected and born from the land of sleepless dreams, but have emerged and inhabit regions of the prime material on Quel'Thos. We didn't go too far into them, but we discussed a brief bit about the fact that they also, similar to the dream type sorcerers, are able to control their dreams and lucid dream. Which actually, I'm curious in that regard, Des. I imagine that the Zarthelians would have a number of dream type sorcerers amongst their number.
Oh yeah, the most.
Yeah.
ATD Cartography gifted a sub to Kyle.
That does not count.
That's a sub, Raph. We said a sub. Go get a bit of milk and put it in your whiskey. ATD, do you want that to count? That is a sub. That is a sub. Technically, I said a sub. It's like $5. That's $5. It's a $5 dono or a $5 sub. You know, it's good for the community. Kyle, you got a sub. Don't forget to say thank you to ATD. That's pretty cool. Thank you for the gifted sub. As I will craft for the stream, this is going to be so cursed. Why did we do this? It has to count. As I said, it has to count, ATD. I don't know if Raph took off his headset in meme enjoyment or anger or actually going to get milk. I hate it though. Oh yeah. Let's roll. Use your new dice. Wilk. Poor Raph. Imagine if I did these things myself. Not me, am I right? Oh god. I shill with no shame. Yeah, look. Kyle, put your Raph big brain in chat. Yeah, Raph isn't gonna survive this. I also love that Raph gets up as I was like, Raph, speak to the stream, and I was trying to write stuff and recap because we're not writing an awful lot. We're a bit degenerated today. But how are you guys doing? How's your week been, Cookie? How's your week been, ATD? How's your week been, Kyle? Let's chat. Let's get to know each other. What have you been up to? I know ATD has had wet hands, but that's about it. I swear to God, if Raph doesn't have milk in his house, he's some sort of degenerate. Walk of shame.
No, Des. The walk of Wilk.
Oh, no!
All right. This is
a second. I'm gonna go get. You talk to the chat for a little bit. I'm gonna go get a bit of rosé because I'm not drinking Wilk. I don't gonna put milk in my rosé. Not for anything less than 4 donuts.
Yes, you can drink mine. I was trying to combine milk and wine, and this is mine. Oh fuck! All right, Des. What do you want me to talk about? Do you want me to discuss the aromas coming from the Wilk or the stream? Oh god!
I'm still filling up my glass. I don't know why you ask me questions when I'm not in the room, but talk about the aromas of chat and then the aromas of it.
Let's catch up on chat. Wilk, and thanks. Yep. Plus, you can now pull out. Yeah, you can definitely pull out this. I was going to apply for a game, but times wouldn't line up, so I decided not to. Wilk. I'm glad to see everyone is just as excited as I am for Wilk. It doesn't actually smell too bad. I'll tell you that much. I mean, look, it's 2 things that I enjoy. I enjoy milk and I enjoy whiskey. So the 2 of them combined, how bad can it be? Your cursed idea is coming true. I'm glad you suggested it so many weeks ago, back when, I think close back to when we first started our Worldbuilding streams. And now look how it's grown. The famous Wilk is being drunk. I have a feeling this is going to be like a repetition in the future. That, you know, for sub.
Look, Raph, for sure. I promise to up the price and not whore you out for $5 next time.
Okay, thank you, Des. Thank you.
This is the first time drinking Wilk, yeah.
Yes.
And Carl, thanks for being here from the start. It's pretty cool. But cheers, Raph, to your Wilk.
To my Wilk. This is a shout out to all you wet hand people out there. Oh, it's actually not too bad. It's a bit anticlimactic, actually. It's not terrible. It actually works. It's actually... You can go on record quoting me this. Wilk ain't bad.
All right, someone clip it and put it in the Discord. We got them, boys.
Yeah, you can quote me on. You can quote me on that. Wilk,
Oh.
I like it.
I
As a
banned
vote
that rather
from
than
me.
not banning it. I don't know how to undo that.
Oh. Actually, you know what? I feel like you almost need like a note now of like me and Wilk.
I need to figure out how to undo that. 8k channel point reward for Wilk. See, I would do that, but some of my players have like 10k channel points or like 100k channel points.
Yeah, and they will spend it just to see me drink Wilk.
I mean, I have infinite channel points, and I would spend it to see you drink Wilk.
See, I feel like I need to buy like a cheap whiskey now that I can always have in case of Wilk emergencies. I can just bust it out because I don't want to use expensive, like any of the expensive shit for this.
Someone quick to the Wilk cabinet.
Choco Wilk. Yeah, actually,
Wilk
Choco
Wilkinson.
Wilk is next time. Wilk Wilkinson. You know what? Choco Wilk is next time. And then there'll be Banana Wilk. And we can just expand the Wilk. You know what? Let's just start a Wilk bar. Let's start a Wilk bar. Enough streaming. Let's just create a bar where all we serve is different flavors of Wilk. I think that'd be brilliant. I think that'd be a beautiful idea.
ATD, once per stream limit to it. How much channel points do you have, ATD? Because we don't normally drink every week. This was a last minute idea between me and Raf.
Because we were feeling particularly devious this week.
Also, you know, it would make much more sense. A once per stream gifted sub for a Wilk, because that is profit, baby.
But that's the thing, is they have to know that it's Wilk. Like, you can't just do it for any old sub. Like, the person who subs and like, this is my Wilk sub. I'm subbing because I want this to go towards the Wilk fund for Raf.
Yeah. Why are we like
Strawberry
this?
Wilk? Strawberry Wilk, actually.
What about banana?
You know what? Strawberry Wilk? I actually reckon banana Wilk would be good. I want to try that. I want to try banana Wilk.
Cookie has
I'm
clipped the
curious now.
Wilk confession.
Oh, you know, be interesting actually. You get like a honey. If you get like a honey whiskey type of thing, and you mix that, that would actually taste quite nice.
The things we do for content.
The things we do for content. I am out here selling myself for Wilk. I'm clipping your Wilk confession. Good on you. This is my drink of choice. I endorse it.
It'll be our first merch. We'll make bottles of Wilk.
Yeah, bottles of Wilk, and we'll ship it to you for like across continents.
Guaranteed, it'll be chunky by the time it gets there.
It will be chunky and it will be warm, but it will be Wilk.
Look, it's not even in a bottle; it's an envelope full.
just soggy, just dripping through, like drain into your mouth, like
wringing it out like. Wait, freezing that picture. I'll get a Photoshop of that, and get to be on our next 350. So just a thirsty Raf.
Yeah, that'd be the next one. This next stream, you'd be like, "Oh, for $10, I'll get Raf to soak a cloth in Wilk, and he would drain it into his mouth."
ATD cartography. How many gifted subs are you willing to do for me to make Raf do that?
Des is just out here, about to pimp me out for the stream. Okay.
All I'm saying is, if people are willing to pay for the product, it's not a bad product. I'm actually crying.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh my god. What were we even talking about? I was trying to finish writing up the notes we'd taken.
Fucking dreams, Des. Fucking dreams. I had a dream where the stream was successful without me drinking Wilk. That is a dream.
That sounds like a nightmare. Are we talking Irish, Scottish, single malt, or the abomination that is JD? Nah, I'm Irish.
I'm talking. I'm drinking this with Scotch at the moment, and I think it's a fine brew. So I think we could have different. I actually think Japanese Wilk could be quite tasty as well. Curious to try, international types of Wilk.
Is it skimmed or whole milk?
That is full cream milk.
Full cream? You drink full cream milk? With your cereal? You drink full cream milk with your cereal?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Full cream's like the most common one here. Like, it's just the generic one you get.
No, you know what you gotta do. I got this because I started going to the gym recently. Well, I'd be going to the gym, but protein milk. It's milk with added protein.
Sounds cringe, not gonna lie.
It is pretty cringe.
It sounds extremely cringe. Not gonna lie, Des. I'm sorry, that sounds very cringe. I am the Wilk expert here, and so just put it.
Well, look, there is not enough gift subs in the world to make me add milk to rosé. That is not happening.
Yeah.
Unless.
It has to be cow milk. That is the one requirement. Cow milk. Although we do offer almond milk for those curious enough to try it.
Oh my god! What we've spent the past like 10 minutes ish, if not more, talking about Wilk. Yeah, because ATD gave us this 10 minutes ago. That is the highlight of this stream when it's a VOD and people go back and watch this.
They'll expect stuff about the land of sleepless dreams, and
no.
It'd
be one of these jokes that's not funny to anyone else. We're just like, oh, you had to be there.
Yeah, you had to be there. You had to experience the Wilk. This is going to become like a turning point for us. We'll become known as the Wilk stream. And no one will watch us for D&D, just for Wilk.
Look, we'll change it to a just chatting section and we'll just drink Wilk for 2 hours every Wednesday.
There's Wilk Wednesdays. Come on, Wilk Wednesdays. I'm sorry, it writes itself.
Oh my god. Not wine and world building, Wilk and world building. Give me a tier. I don't think there is a tier 5 sub, Kyle. But tier 3 is $25. Tier 5 is $50. If you don't know $50, I will add milk to the rosé. Because we're out here for the Got Wilk t-shirts. I love that.
It's got a Wilk and it's me like that. Yup, I like it.
Here's the thing, if you have to choose $50 dono to make me add milk to the rosé or $50 to get us to announce our new project, you'd go for the Wilk.
Yeah, I like how no one donated, no one gave us any money to hear. Like, we offered, like, you know, if you give us enough subs, we'll reveal our next project. No one bought it, but me drinking Wilk, it's like, I can take it.
I should have made it a higher price. I'm out here just like, I should have.
Yeah, you charged too low for this, Des.
I did.
You lowballed us. Yeah.
I flew too close to the sun, not realizing the value that was behind Wilk.
Look, you lowballed me here, Des. I put my life out on the line. This could have poisoned me. This could have been absolutely awful. I could have thrown up. But I didn't.
Oh, that's content though. That would be clipped and highlighted and put on live stream fails.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Is it too late? Can we rename the stream, please?
1 second. I actually can rename the stream.
AGD Controversy says, I will buy a Raff Brain Got Wilk t-shirt. Des, make it fucking happen, alright?
There you go. The stream name has changed. Show your appreciation. Give me some Raff Brains in chat. Wilk and world building.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm just gonna like mock up the custom t-shirts whilst you discuss the Land of Sleepless Dreamers a bit more, Des.
Raph, we've already both discussed this. We need to get onto new content for this because we've stagnated.
Okay, so Land of Sleepless Dreams. Can we let's talk this? Why don't you talk about the dream? Why don't you talk? I love how forced this is. Let's talk about the Dream Titan that we came across in our Into a Serious game.
Okay, that is something to do. Look, everything returns to Will, Kyle.
There's a dreamkin out there who just wants to taste Wilk. That is why they're trying to take over bodies, is because they want to taste
ATD,
Wilk.
Make Wilk world canon. I'm going to have to say, ATD, I will make... I'm going to have... $5 sub was too easy for Rap. I need to make this harder. $10 $10 donation in our donation section, I will make Wilk the official drink of one of the countries of my world. $10. We realize we lowballed, so $10. Wilk is canon. You can affect the world in ways you never understood.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I need to make a revolt chat for the command that just goes Wilk, 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 and it just cants it.
Absolutely cursed, but do it.
Okay, so the Titan of Sleepless Dreams.
Yes.
Specifically,
yes,
Raph was asking about as we the Titan itself is something we met in our Into a Series campaign. The mini series that was 4 parts long. If you didn't watch it, you should. The VODs are up. It is in our socials. But the party was tasked with stealing a Titan from that Sleepless Dreams. And we didn't talk about what it looked like or what it was too much because there is Titans of each realm. But the Titan of the Land of Sleepless Dreams is a little bit special in the sense that it doesn't have a form like many of the other Sleep Dreamkin. It's made of the mist itself. The Titan from the Land of Sleepless Dreams is a being of utmost nightmare that appears to be whatever is your worst nightmare. Whatever creature in your mind is the worst possible nightmare for you, the Titan would appear as.
Okay. So that's kind of different because the only other Titan we really know about is the Phoenix of Solelio. And I guess a tiny bit of the Everillion, but we didn't really go into that in that stream. But the Phoenix of Solelio, which is the Phoenix, which has a very solid form. We know what it appears as. So that sets it apart actually a little bit. It's much more of a less coherent.
Yeah, it's all right, guys. There's a new command for the chat. There's no H in Wilk, my guy.
Ah, I always thought there was.
The H is silent, unless you're AJ. That's a cool detail. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, the Titan from the Land of Sleepless Dreams is capable of such things as like it's a being that is able to like manifest itself in many, many forms. So, for example, like if someone thought like not so much your worst nightmare, but because obviously some people's nightmares would be like loss or sadness and stuff, but it would manifest as what someone believes in their nightmare to be the most dangerous thing in their life. What is the most dangerous thing to them? Person, thing. Kyle, this is your doing. And you got a gifted sub out of it as well. This is nothing but profit for you. But yeah, that is so like the main.
Yeah. So actually, I'm just genuinely curious. I don't think we've discussed the origins. Have we discussed the origins of Titans, as in what they are?
Of Titans? No.
Yes. What are the Titans that inhabit the cosmology in terms of the Phoenix of Solelio or the Dream Titan? Like, what actually are they? What are their origins?
I feel like it's an entire different stream, but they're basically the equivalent to a primordial.
Okay. Which we also kind of have primordial in a sense with the as we discussed with the elemental planes. The elemental primordials.
Wilk Raid.
Wilk Raid. You know what? There's going to come a day where you're going to see me rock up the stream, and this won't be water in here. It will just be an entire thing of Wilk. I'll become consumed my entire life by Wilk.
We need to get you the Bane script, but just replace it with Wilk. You know, it's going to be wild when we all rock up here on Monday for the mainline game and we all start using the Wilk command.
And look, none of the Monday crews can have a fucking idea what Wilk is or get the meme behind it.
So let's talk Titans as a sense, because this is a nice bit to segue to like talk about Titans as a general bit. Also, I just got this. You know the way we raid Evan of a Wednesday, and he's like, "Oh God, I've got nothing done. Why have I got nothing done?" And I'm like, "Yeah, now I know why. It's the Wilk. It's the Wilk that gets to you."
Look, I wonder if Evan would like Wilk. I'm just curious.
Look, if Evan is live when we're raiding, we will ask Evan if he likes Will.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, we've got some of our own world building to do. Titans. Do you want to talk about Titans? Will we talk about Titans?
You know what? Sure. Let's hear some Titans.
So, I suppose the easiest saying, Sage Stream, what up? Have you ever had Wilk? This is what my life is now.
Hey.
My life is Wilk. How are you?
The only thing we have to drink is Wilk. Look, I've already thrown out all of the beverages in my house and replaced them with either whiskey or milk to be mixed together.
Look, see, the thing is, Raph's food itself is actually a coagulated Wilk.
Yeah, it's just like the solidified Wilk.
Got some Wilk cubes in our Wilk.
Yeah, I've got some Wilk cakes.
I hate this so much.
Cereal is Wilk. I pour Wilk over Wilk cubes.
So runs jumps over a canyon, not one. What happened when I tried to jump the canyon? You fell into a vat of Wilk. Whiskey milk. Good job. You've joined at a weird time, Sage. I'm not gonna lie. We're having weird energy today.
We have got nothing done. And we need
Incorrect.
you to please
Look
get
at
us
this.
on track.
Look at this. Look at this.
Okay, we've actually got some stuff done somehow.
We have. Sage, ask you a question about what we're world building today, and I'll answer it, because right now my chat is going against me and talking about whiskey milk, and we got a sub and made Raph drink it. So that's where we're at.
And it wasn't bad.
Raph, stop encouraging people to drink Wilk.
Drink Wilk, embrace the Wilk, embrace the Wilk,
Embrace the
Wilk.
Why is this so fucking funny to me?
Where is the sentient bucket? It is currently filled up with Wilk.
It's filled up with Wilk. It possessed the wrong person. It's consuming Wilk as we speak.
I am the cause. You are Carl. You are the cause of Wilk. You are the cause of so much greatness in this universe. Des, I want to make some crucial changes to Calicindia. They may or may not be Wilk related.
Will there be a Raph Rain Got Wilk t-shirt? Well, ATD, we don't have merch yet, but I will, when we do make merch.
ATD cartography, I may or may not have gone into a custom t-shirt design, and I may or may not have ordered a shirt already.
You did not.
Yeah.
Did you actually order a shirt?
Yeah.
Oh
with a Got Wilk and a picture of the Raph Rain.
Actually, you're...
Or have I?
I don't fucking know. We are planning on doing merch soon, but it's just not something that's been...
I'm not going to tell you if I have.
You're just going to rock up in a Wilk shirt. I'm just going to
rock up, and it'll probably maybe just be like a Monday stream where you and I will be the only ones that understand it. And I'll just be wearing a Got Wilk, and I'll just be like, check it out. This is my Got Wilk. And I'll show it off.
You're stupid. I'm sorry. You're a very intelligent person, but you're also just stupid, Raph.
Oh, I do some dumb shit. I do dumb shit, Des.
Oh my god.
And now I'm doing dumb shit in order to see the stream succeed. So it's for a good reason. It's not just me doing dumb shit because I've drunk something or because I can. Oh
my god, that's fucking great.
I have to say,
yeah, no, we are thinking of doing of merch soon. It's mostly just thinking of like spring is an option. There is a few people that do like a few merch collaborative partners of what we could approach, but it's mostly trying to figure. Oh god, Daria's here! Quick, everyone, stop talking about the Wilk. Hey, Daria, we're world building today.
Hey, Daria, we're definitely world building. We're talking about the land.
We got a lot done today.
We've got a lot done. It's been great. It's been successful. How's your day?
Very successful. How long have you been watching? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
How long have you been here? Everyone, shut up! Shut up! No narcs! No narcs!
Ignore the bottle of milk in the background behind me.
Yeah, just no narcs. Everyone, can I get a no narc in chat?
We're all inside.
Don't worry about it, Daria.
Daria, in short, all you need to know is that I'm selling myself for the stream. And Des has sold me for the stream.
We got a gifted sub for Raph to drink some Wilk.
Yeah, I am now content, apparently. First my picture as an emote, then the drinking whatever people decide for me to drink. I'm just expendable, you know. Get out of here, Dibs. Fuck off. I know who that is.
That's Sharon on my phone. Okay, we're talking about Titans, although we spent the past 25 minutes talking about Will.
Drink it, awesome. Oh, fuck.
Our group is a group of power bottoms.
Where the fuck does that come from? Where did that come from?
Because
Group albums.
Daria called you a bottom. She said drink a bottom.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, should I call out AJ live on stream? AJ sent me this fucking hilarious thing. So remember the meme he put in chat for you today?
I mean, you could try and talk. Yeah, sure thing.
Yeah. So AJ messages me and deadass goes, I don't really get the whole top versus bottom sex thing, but is this a good meme for Cal? And I'm like, buddy, do we need to have the top and bottom conversation?
Do I need to explain the tops and the bottoms to you, AJ?
I did. I'll show you how I explained it after. Seja, so what happened to my last campaign? I DM'd Warlock. So what we doing? Me, you're searching for a gem. Warlock. Okay, cast power with kill on a god. Me too. You can't. Warlock rolls nat 20. You kill the god and you kill the only god in the world. Congrats. Yeah, interesting. Power word kill has a limit of 100 HP. Did the god have 100 HP?
Sounds like a week.
Sounds like that god didn't drink his milk.
Fuck up, Des. Shut the fuck up. I've tried getting this stream back on track, and I'm out of Wilk, so I'm sad.
Did it have it less than 100 HP though?
It was.
Because that's an interesting. Need me a spell. Power word Wilk. Daria, you're meant to come in here and help us get back on track, not join the Wilk revolution.
I swear to God, that fucking command. I hate that.
I will get rid of that. I swear, I'll get rid of that command.
Got Wilk. Got Wilk. Will. Yeah, look. Command.
Look, exclamation point will. Am I right? How did the stream get away from us so much? We came into this with such clear intention.
We did. Bottom nerds, birds.
So Daria's saying work or we're both bottom nerds. So work or nothing changes.
Look, I don't exactly want to. Yeah, this is fucking next step is fucking talking about sex life on the stream.
So Raph.
Yes.
On an average, how often would you say you're a power bottom? 100% of the time. Don't answer it seriously, my guy.
Actually,
this is a joke.
Actually, Des.
Actually,
it depends if there's milk involved or not. I always have a glass of milk afterwards.
Okay, let's talk about Titans, because you asked a very legitimate question about Titans before the Wilk revolt started. We talked about where Titans come from being a primordial force of the setting. If there are two bottoms and they censored, who would be the top?
We're never going to finish this stream.
The editor would be the bottom. The main author would be the top. Can we just end stream, Raph?
We're not going to finish this stream.
No, we're not.
Can we just talk about our sponsors? Can we talk about like affiliates and shit? Can we just, like,
let's end this. Let's end this. Oh my god.
Word and Forge.
I don't think Word and Forge wants us talking about Will.
Nate's is going to contact us and be like, yeah, I want to retract the affiliate that we gave you. I saw the Wilk stuff. I want to pull out our affiliate program with you.
I just love that Wilk is the better Kerrigan. If two bottoms start working but no one hears it, does a tree fall? No, canonically a tree will not fall, Daria.
Like safe is so dumb.
So Daria, before you joined, this stream was called Wine and World Building, so we already got off to a really bad start. I've been drinking a bit of rosé. Raf's been having whiskey that transitioned to Wilk.
Yeah. it very quickly. And actually, I went off like the first hour without any Wilk talk until Des was like, "Hey, chat, if you give me a $5 sub, I'll make Ralph drink Wilk."
I'm pretty sure Wilk came up. I'll scroll up because I don't believe I was the first person to mention Wilk.
I put myself out there. I tried to set a target. I was like, you know what, like 10 followers.
Yeah, you brought up the Wilk. Yeah, but 10 followers is free. We get nothing for 10 followers. Whereas we got $5 for a Wilk.
Yeah, I guess.
That helps cover our running costs.
Is that all I'm worth? Is $5? Oh.
No, you're worth about $2.50 because Twitch takes half. Wilk has dominated the stream for the past 30 minutes. ATD. Kyle, this is quite possibly your fault. Is it quite possibly your fault?
Yeah.
Tell you what, we'll make like a 15k channel points, but instead it's hydrate. It's just Wilk.
This is an insight into conversations between Des and I off stream where we start to talk about something and just get horribly sidetracked. It's like we'll be planning out like stream stuff or like talking about world building, and we'll just get sidetracked talking about some random shit in a completely different direction, and it ends up with us being degenerates.
It does, but Titans.
Titans.
So Titans themselves, they are formed.
Acknowledge the fact. We are never going to finish anything about Titans right now, okay? We're going to start talking about it, and someone's going to post something about Wilk in the chat. Then we're going to get distracted talking about that, and then you'll be like, so Titans, and then something's up, and just rinse and repeat. All right? So you can try.
Okay. I'm making this promise here. I'm not going to get us sidetracked unless we get a $5 donation or a subscribe.
Look, as just as Daria said there, pimping Raph out as always. Yep.
Daria, I've never done anything else in my life.
Yeah. Look.
But Raph, you asked a very good question about how the Titans form, where they come from. So we talked a little bit about off stream between the two of us about the specific primordial forces were the original forces that the Jotuns fought. The Jotuns that we've talked about quite a lot, being the ones that started the 300-year war against humanity and fought the Dying God before they were slain. And the first strife that Jotun kind had to face off against was the primordials. And the primordials themselves are not exclusive to Quenthas as a setting. The primordials themselves were the Titans. And the Titans of each planet exist. So it's
just a bit caught there.
Stop saying Wilk. So that being said, when the Divine Observer created the realm, created the Jotuns, created all the planets, there was like the innate force that came, the crafting force, almost like the byproduct of creating. I see chat revolting and just Wilk commanding, and you're leading them, Raph.
I've done nothing, Des. I've done nothing.
I can see it. It is happening right before my eyes. Anyway, as I ignore chat, because I'm not paid right now. I'm not looking at it unless I get a subscriber. That being said, as each planet was formed, almost like a byproduct, not the cast off. I'm not sure. Like the byproduct, I think is the best way of putting it. Of the force that we use to create these planets, the core is the energy that came from the actual conception of the planets. It was the Titans. So, for example, you've got the one from the Land of Sleep Streams, and each Titan specifically, you guys are just awful, is the representation of the force of that planet or that realm's or that region's specific chaos. So, for example, we talk about the Land of Sleepless Dreams and the Titan, the mists themselves, like the driving force. I'm trying so hard to be focused. I'm like 3 glasses of wine deep and you're doing this to me and highlighting messages, I swear to God.
As Darius said though, the Titan Wilk. Is there a Wilk Titan, Des?
And as I said, I'm not Wilk is not canon until I get $10.
So
but
as everyone knows, there are actually 10 planets in the setting. There are 10 planes.
Crap, I swear to God.
The plane of endless Wilk. The plane of endless Wilk.
If you wouldn't fuck up our camera positions, I'd kick you out of this fucking call. So I was trying so hard.
So Titans.
But Titans.
but Titans. Yeah, so they're.
Wilk is ranking his favorite drink. No, it's not. Wilk does not exist in canon. I'm sorry, that's not DM approved.
There's Cal Cindy be like, I've got a bottle of whiskey. I've got some milk. Let's
So
try
what
them
would it
together.
take to get Jerry to draw a glass of Wilk to put on a t-shirt?
I just want to just picture I've got Wilk. But yes, be like as Cookie said, be like Aaron, focus on Titans.
You fucking derailed me. I was
so before we got off track and off like topic here, before you led us down the Wilk path.
You know what, Dari? This is going to be. I'm so tempted to time out you, but I'd have to reassign you as a mod.
Got him.
So yeah, today's been really good. The sponsors this week for the stream are us. We've been doing very, very well. If you want to support us, you consider subscribing to the channel or following us on Patreon. We're not ending the stream. We're just going to accidentally leave right now.
But yeah, to drag it back a bit, so the byproduct of creation were the Titans, the primordial force.
It's difficult, isn't it? When you look at it, you're trying to speak, but chat doesn't stop.
I'm thinking of jokes as I'm going along. But yeah, the primordial force that was left behind when each of the planes were created. And very much so, like, I imagine in that way of looking at it, like, each of the different planes has a Titan associated with it.
Yeah, so exactly. We've talked a little bit about Titans of each of them already. We've talked about the fact that there is the Titan from Everly and a Titan that its own energy now represents the, like, they're innately tied to the planet. So stuff that affects the planet as a whole, like a great old one crashing into it for Everillion, allowed, like, change the actual, like what's the word? I swear to God, chat. I swear to God. The actual composition. Raph, don't look at them. Just, as I said, no more Wilk until we get paid. We can get paid again, and we'll talk about Wilk for another 30 minutes.
Yep.
The Wilk Scott.
It's just me. I just rock up in the setting just like this with the Wilk.
Shut the fuck up. I swear to God. Are you still doing it?
But yeah, so in terms of Titans, to snap back to it, Des, come on, snap out of it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was getting us off track.
But yeah, so yeah, so in terms of that, actually, I'm kind of curious: is Celelio's Phoenix associated with Rebosa or with Quintus?
Rebosa.
Rebosa, okay.
Actually, specifically the sun, not because she is the goddess who's powering the sun. So the actual, like, power of the Phoenix comes from the sun itself, and the innate power to that. And excuse you. You know, I miss when Daria didn't join us for the Worldbuilding streams.
I love you, Daria. Sorry.
If you weren't a mod for the channel, you'd be getting a fucking timeout. I don't care. Daria, don't worry. I see you. I'll get to you on Monday.
NPC tied with you.
Seja, you don't want to know. Today's been weird. I don't know if I have the pride in the chat to actually raid us out today. I might just end stream and not raid because, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna close that command for now because we're getting so off topic.
No, you leave the Wilk commanders. That is not cool. We're just gonna push through this a little bit, okay? Don't look at chat. I won't look at chat. We're just gonna look at each other on Zoom.
Yeah, okay. I don't have Zoom open on my main screen. Actually, I will close this. We'll look at each other on Zoom. On Zoom, Ralph. Mm-hmm. Okay, chat is closed. Mm-hmm. I can't see you guys now, so this is good. Let's talk Titans. We've talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Where did I leave off? We talked about, so each Titan of each realm.
Yes.
There's ones from Robosa, there's ones from the sun, there's one for each of the cosmological entities that is the orrery of Quenthus. So you've got the Phoenix for the sun, you've got many for other realms, you've got many for the Primordial. There is more than one for some areas, but the Titans themselves, the Primordials, these Titans are the ones that were first fought against by the Uns. Obviously they won that war, and that's how they came to be such a predominant force within... Stop looking at chat, Raph. Stop looking at chat. I swear to God, stop looking at chat.
I'm not looking at chat.
I can see you. I can see you. Look.
I'm not looking at chat, Ez. I'm not.
Is it the Discord server? Is the Discord server revolting in Wilk?
I'll have a look.
There's clips and highlights of it now. Wilk,
okay,
is it actually not bad? Yeah. But yeah, so these forces themselves were needs to be recognized as an entity of like extreme power.
Yes.
And we saw it with Anna specifically being a Titan Soul Sorcerer, that there is effects of the Titans that they can have in the material realm. Even being in contact with their power for a little bit gives you a lot of power. So the Titans themselves being able to produce enough energy obviously grabs enough attention for beings that want to bring them into their army. There are destructive forces that can do an awful lot of damage. I think our Discord's starting to... Our Discord's going against us. That's it, Raph. The castle has fallen.
Castle Des, it's been a pleasure. But yeah, as we were saying about primordial forces that some people want to use, like both the Decaying Lord, for example, as an actual as a force, as a power to
they can be controlled to a sense. It's like there is power behind them, and they can be controlled. They can be manipulated to a sense where they are like not they're forces of like pure energy, so they are no more evil than a wildfire. And
do most Titans inhabit? Do most Titans inhabit like individual souls and such, or like Anna in that case?
No, that was a unique circumstance for Anna. Normally, being so far to be close to someone would grant enough powers and like actually give you abilities in its own right, but it was so much so that the bindings that it wasn't the Titan that got absorbed into Anna, it was the bindings that the Decaying Lord had put down got absorbed by Anna, and that binded the Phoenix to Anna. So it was because obviously you can't just have a Titan without any like safeguards in place and any like bindings in place to stop them from escaping. If you want to use it as a force, you need to control it through brute force in a sense. So there is a sense of like binding ritual that probably the archives of our Sanra would have had if you were looking for something like that is used to bind them. And it was so much so, Raph, I can see you look. Every time your eyes get
no, I just had another idea. It was more me having an idea I was going to make a joke and I didn't say it, but I smirked because I thought of it, and I won't say it.
Thank you. So
yeah.
That being said, is we actually can't even go to our chat. Our chat is just completely revolting.
Oh Jesus!
It's just Wilk commands.
Holy shit! And I see the Justice for Wilk command.
The Justice for Wilk.
Justice for Wilk. Raph is clearly Team Wilk. Oh, look at Cookie there, actually trying to provide us with a talking point. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna hide it from Des because else Des will torment me next Monday and cause me great pain.
If you want us to talk about Wilk more, I see Sedge isn't subscribed to the channel. So if Sedge gets a sub to the channel, we'll talk about Wilk until we end. You can distract us even longer. Free Raph, justice for Wilk.
Thank you.
Joke's on you, Raph's in my basement. He's here for content and nothing else.
Yeah. I hope. Please, Des. All I ask is, in my basement, just give me some milk each morning.
Give you some whale. But no, Cookie asked a very, very
But yeah.
good question. As I look back to chat for
Yeah.
a brief moment, is God, it's getting buried under the will.
But I think it's actually the long engagement between Raph and Wilk, a happy family. For fuck's sake. Thank you. I'll post
so
the,
it's basically, to be verbatim, it was
the
how
photos.
do Titans form? So Cookie,
Yeah.
we talked about that very, very briefly before chat completely revolted. I can't imagine anyone new is actually going to stop in and watch us as we just degenerate and talk wilt. But the Titans themselves are formed of the chaotic energies, as there's a being called the Divine Observer. They are the parent of everything in the setting, essentially. Although they're not worshipped by anything bar the Jotun giants, they are the ones that created all the planets. This mass of great old energy created all the planets into being and existence, and the byproduct of the energy that was used to create the planets created the Titans associated with each planet. So you have the fire that was associated with the sun gave rise to the Phoenix, and the what's the word? The negative energy that became the impact of
I saw that. I saw that command in there.
I swear to God. Will. Oh my God. But yeah, so the byproducts. So for example, there is elements. So on the elemental planes, you obviously have your fire titans, you have your water titans, you have the other ones. And like we have ones that have come from hell. Although we haven't really talked about them. Like there is a titan that comes from hell specifically. Like they would be almost like. Ooh. While there is a great worm for each planet, there's also a titan for each planet, and sometimes more than one. I think we talked briefly that there was 31 titans or something. I think I briefly talked about when we were in the Into Osiris campaign. I believe 31 is the number I threw out. And honestly, it's the force that drives the nature of the world. That it was like the first strife of the Jotuns was trying to fight back against the Titans.
Yeah. And almost like the very first beings in existence.
Exactly. They were like the Jotuns along with the Titans were the first ones. They were the two primordial and like forces of creation that battled against each other to see what the realms would look like. And the Jotuns obviously won out on most areas, but obviously on the prime material, but then the primordial like energy that came out of to get if like the infernal realms and all these others, they didn't have it, but there was obviously these other great forces like the forces of devils that came to be, that fought back against the Titans and subdued them. Like I don't think it's with beyond belief that you would assume that the Lord of Decay has access or has done their best to capture the Titan of the infernal realms.
Well, I imagine that would be quite difficult because that would be more closely monitored by the other regions. Like, I imagine the Ashen
It would be. They wouldn't want one person to have control over it completely.
Whereas ones from other planes would be seen as like, yeah, it's more open. Like, you know,
it's a collective space.
Yeah. Yeah, like, fair enough. We'll collect our things. Bottom chord, for fuck's sake.
Look, the chat is just against us, Raph. The chat does not want to see us do any work today.
The chat isn't here for world building. They're here for chaos.
The chat is here for the Wilk and not the world building.
Look, at this stage, it's just chaos. It's just honestly chaos. Like, it's just, they're out just... I don't even know what this stage is. It's just Wilk. Wilk's taken over.
I refuse. So let's recap what we have for the Sharon. No,
no, Shaz, no,
not my wife. Just a very sad Borat noise.
My
wife.
My wife. The final bastion has been breached. This war is over. This war has been lost. You lost your Discord. You lost your wife. This is.
I lost my wife to Wilk.
The world building lacks the crucial component of beverages.
I hate it so much.
That's-
You know, we're in the last 5 minutes. I could just do our outro part. Like, we can
You
just
could.
do the outro.
You could. Or you could talk.
Maybe she's
That's-
born with it. Maybe it's Will. Are you good? Sharon just in a fit of giggles over there. Just
Oh, that's so evil. I love it.
my God. Look, if nothing else, the Wilk was content. It's probably Wilk. Wilk makes a person do things that they wouldn't otherwise do.
I've seen Wilk change people.
I've seen Wilk change a man.
I could tell you some of the stories I've seen about milk.
Did you? I think you said witting, but I think you meant to say wilking for you. Are you good? Sharon just losing composure. Oh my God.
And when they turn the camera off, they put the bottom beach challenge.
Canon.
How do you know how post plan streams?
What we do after every stream.
Plan. God.
God.
I hate this. I love it, but I hate this.
All
of you out there.
Everything we got done today for the World Anvil side of things was done in the first hour.
Yes.
That's it. It was done in the first hour. That is it. It's chaos.
It was a successful first hour, though. So yes, Titans.
So yeah, Titans.
Just segue back into Titans. This has been a Titan of a stream.
Okay, so we're gonna wind down now. If you liked what you wilked today, please consider wilking the Wilk. If you would like to wilk us further, please wilk to the Twitch or wilk to the Patreon. Wilking to either of these things grants you access to our Wilk Anvil, where you can figure out all the wilks we write on this area. If you would like to wilk us further, you can wilk at a Wilk dollar tier or a Wilk dollar tier to get access to the maps or my DM notes behind the screen.
I fucking hate this. It's like Uwu talk, but worse.
No, we're not getting any canon Wilk until I get paid.
We also tilk Titan for fuck's sake.
But yeah, if you want to hang out on Discord and talk Wilk, oh my God, I hate this.
Wilk Cord. I think we're
so guys,
to thank one of our affiliates, which is Wilkenforge.
Oh my God. So guys, can everyone just copy and paste this? This is going to be our raid message. I don't know why we're doing this to Evan. So can everyone just copy and paste this message? Oh God, why is this happening? Wilk, 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 Wilk. We're going to raid that when we raid Evan because we love Evan over here. We're going to go over there in a second.
Wilkenforge, yeah. Say Wilk, 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 Wilk.
Yeah, this is a bit end. In a serious note, if you did like, we just hit 300 followers, which was really cool. That's why we got our really cool Raph Big Brain emote. And we really appreciate it. So thank you so much for this stuff. And ATD, I know it became a big meme today, but thank you so much for gifting us up. It is a great way. Yeah. And Kyle, if you would like to reach out to me on Discord, you get access to the World Anvil for a month, where you can read all the actual documents that we work really hard on outside of the jokes and memes aside. Me and Raph put a lot of work into it. Yeah. And you can see our maps and everything we work on that side. If you would like to also get access, if you're not already subscribing, you can subscribe to our Twitch or our Patreon. And it will give you access to our World Anvil. All you have to do is reach out to me on Discord and you'll get access to it. Other than that, if you'd like to support us further, for $10 a month on Patreon, you can get access to the battle maps I make. I do a lot of work on it and I've gotten pretty decent out of this stage. And it's only $10 a month. It's pretty cool. Or if you want to see behind the screen thoughts, although I realized I don't think I did that on Tuesday. I don't think I did that yesterday. I have to do it tomorrow. Between every week I post my thoughts on how the sessions went and I post maps, how we did it. But for $15 a month I do a recap and talk a little bit spoilery of what happened and what could have happened and what the knock-on effects may be. Other than that, we have a throne if you want to help community gift and raise towards our Wilk fund. I'm just going to replace it all with whiskey and milk and that with throne account. Fuck it. This is my life now. Or we have affiliates if you'd like to check out. I know we were joked about it, but we went forward to make some really nice products. We're affiliated with them. We should look at their stuff. Oh god, this is more tiring than it needed to be. Raf, do you have anything you want to say before we go? Do you want to say the word, Raf?
Okay, enough subs and I get a Wilk tattoo.
How many subs would you need to get a Wilk tattoo?
Oh, I'm talking like fucking many subs. Many subs. I'm talking like in the hundreds, yeah.
200 subs and Raf gets a Wilk tattoo.
We're talking late game. And it would be like one of those real fancy cursive, like, live
Dario will design. Dario already Dario, you'll get paid in Wilk.
Yeah, it would be one of those real fancy ones that you see, like one of those real basic, like cursive lettering tattoos with like
as a tramp stamp, of course.
Yes, come on, I'm being classy, of course. Yeah,
why do you commit yourself to these things?
As Shaz said, we're left with Wilkinson.
Wilk payment, best payment. Yeah, so everyone, we have this. We're going to say this to Evan. We're probably all going to get banned from his chat, but we're going to see what happens. We'll see you on Monday. Bye. Get out of here, but don't actually wait and stay and we'll raid. We love you.